Hey guys, it's appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. So I don't know about you guys, but it's 2 weeks until Christmas and I didn't finish any of my Christmas shopping. I did a little smidgen of it, but I still have a lot of gifts to get. Anyway, for today's video, as the title says, I am going to be doing the Sharpie challenge, meaning that I'm going to be coloring a piece of artwork only in Sharpies. I will show you guys the pack of Sharpies that I found in a moment. But yeah, let me know down below if you guys have ever done Sharpie art before, because as far as I know, these are just permanent water-based markers. I don't think that they are alcohol in any regard. But that being said, I could probably create something with lots of pops of color. I don't know. So I'm not gonna keep talking on. I really wanna unbox them. I'm gonna open them up, see what they're about, and let's create some artwork with Sharpies. So here is the set of Sharpies that I found. This set I found on Amazon for, I think it was like $11, maybe less, and it comes with 24 Sharpie markers. It's called Electropop, so I guess that some of these are gonna be super bright, which is cool. It just comes with a standard nib on these, the standard Sharpie nib, no fine points or anything like that, but I'm really excited to make art with them. I've never made Sharpie art before. If you didn't want me to open it, why did you let me buy it? I really want to test this color. This is pretty. I've seen some people take this and dilute the ink in here. Personally, don't know if I'll be doing that for this video, but we will see. They all seem to be slightly darker than what the cap is advertising. This one shows a lot more red, even though it's orange. So at first I wasn't going to swatch all of them, but since there's only 24, I figured why not, especially since before I had mentioned that some of the colors looked a little darker than they did on the cap. And this is one of the reasons why it's always really important to swatch your markers or any material really that you're using, just so you have a reference, because it's not always going to look how it does on the cap or the tube or the card they give you, whatever it might be. It's always best to do your own swatches as well. So here are the swatches of all the colors. Please ignore this one. I realized after a little bit of quick math that I accidentally swatched this one twice. So I'm thinking maybe we can incorporate a rainbow and keep the skin just plain white, like not color it in. Maybe that would work. Let's see where the sketch takes us, and then we'll decide which colors we use. But now we have this as a reference, so let's just get into it. So I'll start off, as I normally do, telling you a little bit about the artwork that I'm creating, my concept for it, how I come up with it, all that. And then later I'll go into the good stuff, which is a little bit more about the markers and my experience using them compared to what I normally do with Copics and all that. So for the artwork, like I said, this is the Electropop set, and by the title, the word pop, it comes with a lot of bright colors. And so I wanted to take advantage of that and do something really fun and bright. When I normally use Copic markers, I tend to do a lot of blending. I tend to, I mean, obviously, because that's what they're for, and alcohol markers in general, a lot of blending, and I try to stick to a specific color palette, all that. And basically for this video, I just did the opposite of what I normally do, which is to pick super bright colors, not necessarily blend any of them and just have everything pop, and not stick to any specific color palette, but just pick all the colors. And so my concept for this was the thing that I feel every artist does at some point in their life, which is to draw the crying rainbow eye in some form. And so I didn't want to just have rainbow there because, you know, I've got so many great Sharpies. I want to take advantage of them. And so I'm going to be adding more rainbow to the piece, on her hair, and maybe some other paint splatters is what I was gonna go with. And originally I thought to myself, okay, well maybe it would look cool if I took the Sharpies and colored or outlined the areas that I plan on coloring in the color that they're gonna be. So as you see, I'm outlining the braid in the different colors for each notch in her hair that I was planning on coloring them, and I quickly scrapped that idea because I figured things pop a little bit better when you have a thick black outline. And so I think the only thing that I end up keeping the colored outline on is the bangs and the hair itself at the top, but like all the other things, I did a black outline in because I think it just looks better, it pops a lot more. And yeah, that was the idea there. So using Sharpies is very different than Go Big markers, as I said. Earlier I talked a little bit about, or I guess I mentioned quickly about how some people use their Sharpies and they'll take colorless blender or alcohol. They'll take something and they will dilute their Sharpie color with it, and they will use that as kind of like a lighter wash to get the effect of having a lighter color but still using Sharpies. It's kind of like a little loophole. I decided not to do that. Like I said, I'm doing a very bright, poppy artwork, and I feel like if I dilute any colors or I use any colors that are too light and faded or do any blending, it's not gonna have that pop art effect. So I'm sticking to my guns. I'm doing bright artwork. And I still left some areas in the hair for like shines and stuff, and I contemplated filling them in a lighter version of the colors at first, but I was like, nope, gonna stick with the pop, not gonna add any lighter colors in here, just gonna leave the highlighted areas white. But yeah, so that's what I was talking about with the colored rainbow hair. I just did it every notch in her hair a different color. Don't know how that hair would really work, but you know, we don't have to think about this in real life, because who cries a rainbow anyway? I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but you know, I don't think it exists. But anyway, these markers were a lot of fun to use, and at first I was afraid of them because, you know, they're called permanent markers, which I've always been really scared of permanent markers. As a kid, I don't know if this is relatable to anyone, but as a kid, I was always told, like, don't get permanent marker on your hand, it'll never come off. And I think that was just a way to get me to like not make a mess with my markers. So I've always been kind of afraid of Sharpies. Not like afraid, but I was always like, oh my god, what's gonna happen if I get them on my hand? They're not gonna come off ever. Obviously that's not the case. But like something about using Sharpies for a full piece of artwork was kind of daunting in a way. In a silly way, I don't know. So as you can see in the background, I decided to do a kind of like a paint splatter effect. I don't think I carried it out very well. I tried my best to make it, especially with the weird shape of the page, like the fact that the page is more vertical. If it was more square, I probably could make it a more well-rounded splatter. But you know what? Paint splatters don't have to be perfect because they're just a paint splatter. Yeah, so that is what I decided to do with my Sharpie markers. I tried to get as many colors in as I could, and I'm happy with it. I like how bright and colorful it is. Even though she's sad, I'm happy. So let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And now on to my final thoughts. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the artwork I was able to create with my Sharpies. I will say that they look nice, but they still smell like Sharpies, and I was kind of dying for the whole portion of coloring. I mean, alcohol markers have a reputation of having a strong scent, but to me, I don't really notice it too much. I notice it a little bit, but like Sharpies, I was like, woo, it was really strong. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. As always, all of my links are in the description box below. I have the link to my online shop where you can find all of my enamel pins, my keychains, my prints, my stickers. Everything is in my shop link in the description. A lot of the things I sell make really good stocking stuffers or Christmas gifts, just saying. But if you want to get something for Christmas, I recommend ordering it soon, because with shipping times, you want to make sure it arrives on time. I try to ship them as fast as I can after the order is placed, so go check that out if you're interested. I also have the link to my Instagram page where you can follow all of the artwork that I create and things I do on a daily basis that I don't always post here on the channel. And then I have the link to my pin club. The pin this month is Peppermint Swirl Kitty. Yes, puns. Anyway, go check that out if you're interested in grabbing the limited pin of the month and some other discounts and goodies there. So I hope you guys are having a great holiday month. I hope that your holidays are amazing. I will see you guys next week before the actual holidays begin. So until then, I hope you guys have a great week. Get your Christmas shopping done. Don't be like me and push it off to the last second. So I will see you guys next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time as always. I hope you guys have a super festive day. Bye-bye.